Good day there once again, audience. This is Kamikaze78 coming to you guys with some more PlanetSide 2 content. Now, it's a Friday, which means it's time for another episode of Time to Gear Up, the series where I'll be going through a certain loadout and or class setup in PlanetSide 2 that I tend to enjoy using, whether it be just for the simple fact that it is enjoyable, or whether it just actually gets stuff done that'll do the NC a favor, or I'll be going into a loadout that has been commented by a viewer previously and doing a review on their personal loadout, talking about whether it's worth the certs that it may cost, or whether it just offer you a bunch of fun times in game. However, for today's episode we are going to be going into one of my more personal loadouts and pretty much offering you guys a little bit of an insight as to this one. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's loadout, which is entitled the Tank/Sundy Hunter. So the loadout consists of a primary weapon of the Sweeper semi-automatic shotgun. The Terran Republic equivalent is the TS4 Haymaker, and the Vanu Sovereignty equivalent is the Nova. Attachments consist of a 1x IRNV or reflex sight. We have an extended magazine attachment here also, and the slugs, which are optional, however they can be beneficial in some cases. All up, this will cost you 980 certs or 230 certs plus 700 station cash. The secondary weapon which we have equipped here is the NS44 Commissioner with a laser sight. So overall this will cost you 1,100 certs or 700 station cash with 100 certs. The tool is the repair kit. Level 1 is default, therefore it is free. Level 2 will cost you 10 certs, level 3 30 certs, level 4 50 certs, level 5 150 certs, with level 5 coming in at 500 certs. The utility consists of tank mines. Level 1 tank mines are 100 certs, with the level 2 tank mines being 200 certs. The ability here consists of the Mana Anti-Infantry Turret, with level 1 being 50 cert. Now I would like to quickly emphasize here that you do get the Mana Infantry Turret by default. The 50 cert is simply an upgrade here. Level 2 consists of 100 cert. The level 3 consists of 150 certs. Level 4 consists of 200 certs, and level 5 consists of 500 certs. The suit slot that we have equipped here is the utility pouch. Now the utility pouch here consists of a level 1 upgrade of 200 certs, a level 2 upgrade of 400 certs, level 3 is 500 certs, level 4 is 1000 certs, and level 5 is also 1000 certs. So it's a very, very expensive slot, this one. Grenade is the sticky grenades that come in at 100 certs. Now all up, this loadout, assuming you upgrade every single piece of equipment here to its fullest capabilities, is going to cost you a whopping 7,320 certs. This is a very expensive loadout, and I will admit that I personally don't have everything on this loadout maxed out completely. I'm just going off by the levels of which I do have it upgraded towards. So overall, this loadout has the same old supportive capabilities of any engineer. However, this loadout does focus on dealing close and devastating damage to armor and sundries. That is where this loadout shines, and that's where its major specialization comes from, and that's where pretty much you want to idolize using this loadout. You can use it in pretty much any other situation that you best see fit. However, it is idolized to be used when you're hunting for sundries. So let's get into the class breakdown, talking about why each of these different components mix and match with one another, and why I've selected these certain components. So the first thing we have here is the primary weapon, which consists of the Sweeper semi-automatic shotgun. Now, the reason I've chosen the Sweeper and not any other kind of new conglomerate shotgun out there, such as the fully automatic shotgun or the Mauler or anything like that, is the fact that it is a crowd control based shotgun. This shotgun has the largest basic magazine available to all of the new conglomerate shotgun weaponry, and you can chuck this shotgun and magazine capacity even higher. Starts out by default with an 8-round magazine, which is a high kill potential per magazine. However, when you chuck extended mags on there, it'll chuck the ammo count up to 12 rounds a magazine. That is a lot of kill potential per mag, and this will really be effective, especially if you happen to find yourself caught up against an enemy Sundra. You are going to need that large magazine to deal a lot of damage. Now, the reason I've chosen the one-time sight, whether it be the IRNV or the Reflex, is the best. It's pretty much the best sight for the kind of range that you will be engaging at, which will be CQC around the Sundra sort of deal. And especially if you, for say, happen to be hunting a line of prowlers and you're putting tank mines down by a prowler, and the engineer happens to hop out of the gunner's seat to deal with you, then you'll have that shotgun to really dish out some damage to him and most likely beat him. Now, the slugs are optional, as you may see yourself get caught in the open. If you are running solo and you are running towards a hostile Sundra, whether you're flanking or running at it straight forward, you may very well find the instance where you'll be caught in dead ground. So you are going to want to have that extra effectiveness at range in order to combat with those hostiles. Plus, slugs are pretty damn well useful in CQC if you happen to aim down sight anyway. Now, the NS44 Commissioner, being the secondary weapon here, is really just adds some medium range distance effectiveness if you don't happen to be using slugs. And if you happen to be using slugs anyway, well, then it's a reliable sidearm that can finish off a target that you have either not injured with the prime weapon already, or you've simply already injured him and you just need to finish him off. Now, for the tool slot being the repair kit, it keeps the support role of the engineer valid. You always have to keep in mind that with an engineer you still have the roles of repairing vehicles, repairing generators, repairing turrets, repairing maxes, and having that upgraded repair kit really does emphasize your effectiveness as a support role. Now, utility consists of tank mines. This is the emphasis of the class. Pretty much the overall use of tank mines is to one-hit kill vehicles. It's pretty much the only piece of equipment in the game that can one-hit a vehicle if they're all clumped up in one little area, unless a Sundra has a mine guard, for example, or a tank has a mine guard, or something along those lines. So basically the ideology of using these tank mines effectively is to use in choke points, say amp station entranceways. So just say that you're about to lose the tank shields on one side of the base. Quickly deploy tank mines across that line, and the armor will come rolling in. Hopefully they won't see your tank mines. They'll roll over them, and you'll earn yourself a nice few certs. Plus, the term Sunday Hunter comes in effect with these tank mines also. Say you happen to see a Sundra that is deployed off in the distance. It's pouring troops out and it's being a huge harassment to your team. What you do is you either squad deploy in, or you will run yourself around that way. You'll flank around that Sundra, assuming you're in a squad, of course, or if you're playing Lone Wolf, those will be your two options. And the ideology is that you get right up close to the Sundra without being detected or pretty much blitzing through all the infantry that are there, or slowly moving your way up. You'll put tank mines down under the Sundra and then detonate them manually, because that's the only way to detonate tank mines if a vehicle isn't moving. And I can bet you if the Sundra is deployed, it won't be moving unless the handbrake on the thing sucks. So having those tank mines there and manually destroying them will send the Sundra sky high. It'll earn you a ton of certs, and it will do something really, it'll pretty much make the defense or attack of any base much easier. And of course, if you continue doing this for a good amount of time, the certs will pay themselves back. Now, for the ability, you've got the anti-infantry turret. This is pretty much for the instance of forgetting mines, or if you happen to forget to restock on mines, or if you happen to not have enough resources for mines. Simply just put down a turret somewhere and farm off of a Sundra. If you can't destroy a Sundra, simply deny the infantry access of leaving that Sundra. Now, for the suit slot, the utility patch pretty much allows for the ability to hunt more than one Sundra per life. It also allows for you to take out more tanks with one bunch of tank mines. It also allows just pretty much for you to cover more choke points than what you normally would be able to. And of course, sticky grenades. Sticky grenades are great for sticking it to deployed mines under a deployed Sundra. Means a much more reliable detonation, and you are going to be able to pretty much throw and leave it behind, and cool guys don't look at explosions pretty much. However, you must be accurate with these sticky grenades. If you happen to miss the tank mines oh so slightly, they won't detonate, and as a result of that, you're going to have to turn around and shoot them manually with your gun, which is also a good point for how slugs can be used. If you don't have slugs, it could take you a little bit longer with your pellet-based shotgun to get an accurate shot onto a tank mine. So if you have a slug, it's much more easier. However, the main resort would be to use your sticky grenades. So that pretty much wraps up as to how the class is built and how each of how all of the equipment coexists with one another. Now let's move into some tips and tricks as to how to use this class to its absolute effectiveness. First things first, if you are in a squad, request your squad leader to put a beacon down or to get close to a hostile deployed Sundra so you can drop in. That is the optimal situation for this kit. If you can happen to drop in on a hostile Sundra, it means that the enemies have less time to prepare for you, and it will leave them most likely stunned, and you can just run around like an idiot deploying mines under the Sundra, throwing a sticky grenade behind you accurately onto a mine, and then buggering off out of there. That is the best way to deal with a Sundra with this class. However, it is also good to have an accompanying light assault to lay down smoke to cover your advance. If you can lay down smoke or you can disorientate the enemy's situational awareness in any way, shape or form when it comes to putting mines down by a Sundra, it's going to probably increase the chance of you getting that successful detonation on the Sundra by a ton. So having the light assault drop smoke in will not only disorientate the enemy's situational awareness, but it'll give you an advantage in combat because you will have an IR&V scope on there. So it sort of coexists with other squad potential. But of course, don't forget to maintain the support role. Always maintaining that support role when it comes to using an engineer is vital, and it will make you many more friends in the future. And of course, make sure you always don't get cocky when it comes to advancing on a hostile Sundra. If there are troops shooting at you, don't go running in head first. Shoot the troops first, then go for the Sundra. It's always better to go in and deal with a few troops and then to destroy the Sundra than to get halfway to the Sundra and then die. It's always just make sure that you are setting priorities correctly here, guys, when it comes to using this class. However, guys, that pretty much wraps up this episode of Time to Gear Up, and I really do hope you guys found this video enjoyable and or informative enough to give this class a try out in game. If you did, make sure to backhand the like button and comment me sort of feedback and or suggestions for future videos, guys. It's all greatly appreciated and welcome here on my channel. Feel free to become a mate through subscribing, sharing and favoriting the video. It is greatly appreciated, guys. And if you would like to socialize with me, feel free to send me a friend request to a new conglomerate character on the Briggs server under the name of Kamikaze78. However, in the near future, if you haven't seen my channel update already, I'm going to be going dark for a few weeks, possibly a month, just to get back on track with real life stuff. So, if you would like to socialize with me, the more reliable source now would be to start tweeting to me at Kamikaze78. Once again, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Peace out, and I'll see you later, guys. Have a good one.